just found 5 of them in pristine condition. $1 million and they're yours.
I shamelessly show this to customers if they happen to buy one of these.
I kind of want to go knock on the window.
She's not a real person.
Why is she not moving?
That is not a real person.
Okay, should I go knock on the window?
Is that an...
TikTok has rapidly evolved from a platform for fun lip-sync videos to a powerful global force reshaping how we interact with music, fashion, education, and even economics.
However, many content creators who earn their living making videos for the app warn of a negative economic impacts if TikTok were to be banned.
With over 1 billion users worldwide, its influence stretches beyond simple entertainment, shaping trends and behaviors across multiple industries. But as with any tool of immense power, TikTok's impact comes with both exciting possibilities and significant concerns.
On today's Mental Health and Me, we're taking a closer look at our phones, specifically TikTok.
In today's Tech Bites, TikTokers will soon have a new way to cash in.
Think about TikTok, you probably think about dancing teens. Well, one Newport News woman is taking the social media platform by storm, getting millions of views from her backyard.
The latest in the battle over TikTok. Political candidates on both sides of the aisle are using the popular platform to reach out to voters.
In this video, we'll explore how TikTok is changing the world for better or worse.
Oh my God, I read TikTok's terms of service. I went down a TikTok rabbit hole yesterday. I'm gonna read you this because this is so crazy.
Is it good or bad?
Bad.
So what are you saying?
TikTok has revolutionized the music industry by shifting how songs gain popularity. Musicians and producers now consider whether a track has the potential to go viral on TikTok before its release.
They wanted me to do a 6 TikTok campaign over the course of a month where we slowly and organically make the record go viral. I don't know how to do that.
I don't want to be on TikTok, but my label told me that I have to.
The same applies to choreographers and artists who think about creating dance moves that are easy for TikTok users to replicate, increasing the chances of a song's viral success. When a song does go viral, it doesn't matter if it's a new release or an older track. TikTok can breathe new life into music from any generation. For instance, songs that gained little attention when first released can suddenly dominate charts years later if a dance challenge or creative trend picks them up. In addition to boosting mainstream artists, TikTok has become a vital platform for independent artists, particularly those from smaller countries with fewer opportunities to break into the global scene. Without the backing of large media companies, many talented musicians struggle to find exposure. TikTok levels that playing field, giving them a chance to reach international audiences. A notable example is the Filipino group SB19, who gained massive popularity in part due to their viral success on TikTok. Their song Ganto became a global hit, with fans worldwide replicating the dance moves and spreading the music beyond traditional media channels. TikTok allowed SB19 to build an international fan base, demonstrating how the platform can serve as a launchpad for artists who would otherwise be overlooked by international mainstream media.
Since the beginning of 2022, women on social media have been in their clean girl era, meaning the clean girl aesthetic has been dominating. It has over 750 million views on TikTok alone.
Short-form video content is pretty entrenched in how we consume fashion online now. We're talking reviews, unboxings, recommendations, outfits in such high quantities it feels like every second you're not doom scrolling, you're missing out on something.
I have to show you these TikTok dresses that I can't stop thinking about, and I may have bought a couple of them.
TikTok has essentially turned into a global runway where influencers, creators, and everyday users dictate what's trending in fashion. The platform encourages rapid fashion cycles as different looks go viral overnight. Interestingly, TikTok has played a big role in the revival of older fashion trends, especially from the 90s and early 2000s. Baggy jeans, crop tops, and vintage-style accessories have made a strong comeback, thanks to TikTok influencers who showcase these styles in their videos.
This is a blast from the past. It's these fashion trends from the 90s that are making a comeback. Yes, all the women my age. But you don't want to look like you're going to a costume party.
True.
So how do we do it right?
Moreover, the platform has democratized fashion. You don't need to be a celebrity to set a trend. Regular users with large followings can become fashion icons. They can showcase affordable or thrift pieces that quickly become must-haves. Fashion brands are also catching on, with some specifically tailoring their marketing strategies to appeal to TikTok users. The success of the TikTok made me buy it trend is an example of how TikTok influences purchasing behavior, with products, from clothing to skincare, going viral and selling out almost instantly.
TikTok for teaching. The education department says this is one of the platforms they are eyeing to utilize or develop as a learning tool for children.
Obviously, that's not the main means of learning, but if they can learn something through through TikTok and make it more exciting.
People were learning how to make banana bread off of TikTok or Instagram, and they're using social platforms.
Trends come and go on TikTok, but educational content, that's what makes the lasting impact. Just think about how many people say they learned something from an article, but they really just watched a TikTok.
TikTok is reshaping how people consume educational content, but this comes with both positives and negatives. On one hand, the platform has become a hub for bite-sized learning, where complex subjects like history, science, or economics are broken down into engaging, easy-to-understand videos. Teachers and professionals use the app to make education more accessible, turning TikTok into an unconventional learning platform.
How do we bring in the right tools to help us engage people? And that's not going to be the same for everyone. You're going to have different generations, different audiences in your workplace that are going to really connect with different pieces. So I think really it's that, for me, it's that best of breed ecosystem. It's not being just one stagnant piece where you say, we're going to get a couple of these tools and this is it for the next 5 years. It's actually being a lot more flexible and looking at what works for us right now. And it might be different in 6 months' time, depending upon how your organization grows and how your people grow as well. And of course, the cultural influence that we now have.
On the flip side, there's growing concern about misinformation and get-rich-quick schemes being peddled on the app. A notable example is the rise of self-proclaimed millionaires, offering courses on financial success without formal education.
1 year ago, I dropped out of high school to pursue, he's misspelled it, e-commerce.
These personalities often promote skipping traditional education, claiming that all you need is their course to achieve wealth.
Sometimes I look at the scammers these days and I wonder, could we do better than this? I mean, is this the best the scammers have to offer? Right here. 6KK Andrew on TikTok, waving 30K around as if anyone's going to believe that he actually makes that.
This creates a dilemma, especially for younger users who may be misled into believing that formal education is unnecessary when TikTok stardom or dubious courses are a faster path to success.
College is not a scam. You literally just sat up here and told us that for 4 years you didn't apply yourself and you didn't go to class. So I'm pretty sure you didn't have any internships, any mentor, or any opportunities when you graduated. So I'm pretty sure you're one of those people who graduated and didn't have a job for a year or two because you didn't apply yourself and you didn't take your education seriously. Now you're sitting on this app and telling us it's a scam. No, you scammed yourself.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm 21 and my biggest regret is not going to college. Because I feel like with college, you still get the opportunity to be a kid for an extended 4 years. You just get a little bit more freedom. But the fact that I didn't go to college, I was literally pushed right into life. And within this past 3 years, I've made a lot of mistakes. I did a lot of things I shouldn't have been doing. At least if I went to college, I would have had more of a direction and I've been working towards something. Because a lot of people that didn't go to college, you'll realize that time goes so fast and you could just be going through life without completing shit.
In countries where TikTok is monetized, young people are now considering content creation as a career path instead of pursuing higher education.
How do you make money? I've never understood it. He was like, you know how there's like Beyonce and Jay-Z, famous people for music? He's like, well, we're famous for social media.
While some have succeeded in turning TikTok into a full-time job, the vast majority face the harsh reality of an oversaturated market, where virality is unpredictable and income unstable.
And as managers, they take a cut, and they take like 15%?
50, I feel like.
50? Yeah. Really?
Agencies will sucker these kids that come from Nebraska or Ohio or like.
Wait, isn't someone here from Nebraska?
Him, that's why I said it.
So there's a lot of exploitation in this world, right? Because most of the people are pretty young.
Yeah.
And don't have a ton of experience. It's like a pretty fertile ground for ripping people off. Right.
TikTok has completely redefined fame in the digital age. Unlike traditional routes, where becoming famous required extensive talent, connections, or significant resources, TikTok makes fame accessible to anyone.
Depends. But I like to boogie.
Content creators can go viral for anything, from quirky cooking hacks and makeup tutorials to funny or bizarre trends, like the chocolate-covered strawberry.
Bowl of chocolate-covered strawberries is somehow on its way right now to becoming the most liked video in history.
Or the very demure, very mindful trend.
Very demure, very mindful. I don't come to work with a green cut crease.
What's fascinating is the sheer unpredictability of what can go viral.
The people who are posting the most often are the most extreme, certain, angry people on all sides. And the algorithms reward them the more they post the most extreme things.
Sometimes it's not even about talent, but about timing, originality, and entertainment value.
In bed that makes a man go crazy every time.
Oh, you gotta give him that hook to it. Spit on that thing.
Yeah, that's pretty much the whole clip that has taken the internet by storm. And it blew up so large across the internet that they found her, and she's already going on podcast tours. She was on stage at the Zach Bryan concert, and she's already been signed to representation and is saying she has like a show coming out, might be doing a podcast. And it has everyone confused and asking if she's an industry plant because one, how did they find her even? And two, how did they get all this in the works in production that quickly?
Users who accumulate large followings are now being treated as influencers or mini celebrities, receiving brand deals, sponsorships, and invitations to exclusive events. While their fame may not rival Hollywood stars, their recognition in public spaces and influence over consumers is undeniable.
This week, the People's Choice Awards have taken place, and people are just not happy with the TikTokers that were invited. Let's get the most annoying TikTokers to attend and treat the celebs like zoo animals.
This democratization of fame has led to a paradigm shift where almost anyone with the right post can achieve a level of celebrity that was once reserved for actors, musicians, and athletes. TikTok isn't just a platform for entertainment. It has become a vital tool for economic growth. Businesses, from small local shops to international brands, are utilizing the app to promote their products and services.
It's kind of like the Home Shopping Network, QVC, where a brand that is a product-based business, they have access to where two things. One, when they post content, let's just say this whole outfit, and I want to advertise this cami or whatever I have on.
The app's viral potential can transform the fortunes of a business overnight.
People don't really realize the power of how many companies are searching TikTok for a creator.
Struggling restaurants, for example, have posted heartfelt videos sharing their challenges during the pandemic, prompting users to flock to support them.
Lee's Noodle House in Santa Rosa hasn't been this busy in years. Just a few weeks ago, the restaurant was practically empty. Not anymore, thanks to a video posted to social media.
I didn't expect this. It's unbelievable.
Vong Lei say it's like a miracle.
Independent authors, artists, and other creators have also used TikTok to showcase their work, often with life-changing results.
Sean's faith in his book never wavered, even when no one bought it. With dignity and humility, he sat alone Saturday at a folding table inside a Kroger, hoping to sell and sign a few copies, when a man named Jared Swearingen filmed him.
Yeah, you could pay for it at the register when you check out.
Posted the clip to TikTok.
You know, here's a fellow neighbor that's just struggling, and I just wanted to help him out.
And boy did he. 16 million people and counting viewed Jared's video, promoting Sean's book and can-do attitude.
It hasn't stopped. I can barely open the app without it freezing and crashing because it's getting so much love.
So much that Sean's novel is Amazon's #1 #1 bestseller.
TikTok offers users the ability to generate income through partnerships, sponsorships, and even its creator fund, allowing content creation to become a viable career for some.
TikTok plans to start sharing its ad revenue with top creators. They'll get a 50% cut when their videos run alongside certain ads, similar to YouTube, but creators must have at least 100,000 followers to qualify.
However, this also introduces a level of dependency, as creators rely on the app's algorithm for visibility and income, making it an unpredictable source of financial stability. TikTok's influence has both positive and negative effects on society. On one hand, it serves as a platform for self-discovery and creative expression. Many users, for instance, especially those who always wanted to dance, now have a space to learn choreography and showcase their talents. This boosts confidence and allows individuals to hone their untapped skills. TikTok also fosters global connections by bringing together people with shared interests, creating a virtual community across borders. However, the negative impacts are equally apparent.
And we start the day's other headlines with a legal challenge against TikTok and its impact on the mental health of children.
TikTok is contributing to the rise of shorter attention spans as users consume a never-ending stream of bite-sized content.
Addictive. The suits argue that certain design features like tailored content, push notifications, and endless scrolling exploit young users by keeping them on the app for hours.
This scroll culture can easily cause people to lose track of time, spending hours on the app without realizing it, affecting productivity and everyday responsibilities.
To break it down, what is TikTok Brain?
The brains, particularly the developing brain of young children and teens, is starting to get quite used to these short form videos, to the point where what the actual brain science behind it is that we see dopamine, which is your feel-good hormone. It is what is involved in addiction. It's what's involved in the reward circuitry of your brain. We see that it gets spiked up. So when they're looking through and they're scrolling through these real quick videos, that's what's happening. They're getting these dopamine hits that feel good, just the way it does when people sometimes use drugs or they use alcohol or they become addicted to other things. And so that's now kind of the frightening data to support what we've wondered all along, which is, yes, in fact, there is an actual neurological reason why looking at those kinds of videos is just so addicting.
TikTok's influence extends into how we respond to real-life situations. There's an increasing tendency for users to prioritize recording content over taking action. For instance, during accidents or emergencies, some people opt to film the scene rather than offer assistance.
Social media users were quick to criticize Jack for how he handled the dangerous incident, saying that he seemed more preoccupied with filming the moment than taking care of his bleeding friend.
Believe it or not, these teens are recording the aftermath of a bad car accident that happened only moments earlier. You can see the cracked windshield, and then they got camera ready, making a video that they posted on the popular TikTok app, lip-syncing while waiting for police.
This urge to capture viral moments is shifting societal behavior, where content creation takes precedence over empathy or immediate action.
This shows is where young people have their priorities.
Yes.
That they thought it was more of a priority to make a video.
What on earth were you thinking making this TikTok video?
Once we figured out, like, each of us were okay, we knew that people called the police. We knew that people were on their way. The car we were not able to get out of yet. And instead of us freaking out and worrying, I pulled out my phone, went on TikTok, just picked a song, and I thought, this will keep us entertained for a minute.
Another concern is how TikTok is now used as a background check.
How companies are searching through all of your digital footprint. We're talking about everything.
People have lost jobs due to the content they've posted, with companies using their TikTok presence to gauge if they fit the company's image, often ignoring the person's actual qualifications.
Basically, my employer found my TikToks and really did not like that I was sharing my salary and stuff like that.
Viral TikTok star who got fired from his job at Sherwin-Williams Paint Company. His whole TikTok channel is about mixing paint.
Additionally, TikTok has become a platform for self-incrimination. Criminals have been caught after posting incriminating content, sometimes even boasting about their misdeeds.
Local authorities had been investigating 4 armed robberies of convenience stores that occurred from December through February 1st. According to a criminal complaint, an anonymous tipster pointed investigators to Terrell Hanna's TikTok page. They noticed similarities between him and the suspect described by witnesses, specifically his hair color and the sneakers he wore in this video.
More troubling, however, is TikTok's use as a tool for promoting political agendas.
Social media giant TikTok is cracking down on political ads. The site is banning influencers from posting paid political content.
Political groups, influencers, and even governments have tapped into TikTok's massive audience to spread messages, influence voters, and shape public opinion.
The latest in the battle over TikTok. Political candidates on both sides of the aisle are using the popular platform to reach out to voters. At the same time, the U.S. government has been calling the app a threat to national security.
Campaigns and propaganda can easily go viral, especially if they are packaged in a way that appeals to the platform's younger user base. This has raised concerns about misinformation, manipulation, and the potential to influence elections or political movements with little oversight.
NCRI's earlier work cited in court documents last month by the Department of Justice, warning that the TikTok algorithm could be used to promote disinformation or amplify pre-existing social divisions.
TikTok's algorithm can push certain ideologies, making it easier for political content to reach millions of users, often without them even realizing they're being influenced. This further blurs the line between entertainment and political advocacy, turning what seems like casual content into a tool for power. Beyond these societal effects, TikTok also poses a security risk.
Her fame on social media turned into terror when she drew the attraction of an 18-year-old fan.
Users often post videos that inadvertently reveal their location or daily routines, which can put their personal safety at risk.
Ava says she blocked him on social media when he started relentlessly badgering her. He discovered where she lived, and to her horror, she says showed up at her house in Florida with a shotgun at 4:30 in the morning and fired through her front door.
With millions of people actively sharing their lives, the app has also become a tool for tracking individuals in real time, threatening their privacy.
Even afterwards, people seem to say, why would you allow this to continue? It became such a part of her personality and her being that to take it away would maybe harm her more.
TikTok's ability to influence global culture is undeniable. From reviving old music and fashion trends to turning everyday people into overnight sensations, the app has redefined how we experience and participate in the world around us. But this influence is a double-edged sword. While it empowers creativity, self-expression, and connection, it also presents new challenges, shortened attention spans, the pressure to go viral, and privacy concerns. As TikTok continues to evolve, its impact on society will only grow, forcing us to reflect on how we use this platform and the balance we strike between entertainment, influence, and responsibility. In the end, TikTok is not just reshaping trends, but the very fabric of our digital lives.